If you feeling like a simp, nigga, go and slap some noses off. Jada was pissed. Ooh, go and slap some noses off. You know, what's happening? It's your boy Krome up in this bitch. And what do you know? Will Smith is in the goddamn news again. Taking, in my opinion, yet another L. I ain't got no weed or no beer, so I'm a clear head on this one. And maybe I want to be clear-headed because this is some crazy shit. Alright, so let's get to it. So what we got is an Oscar award show in LA, right? When you have these award shows, you're probably going to have a comedian up there cracking jokes on somebody. Remember that whole thing with David Mann and Lavelle Crawford? Remember what I think it was the Grammys did to Eminem? Comedy is a fucking thing. But leave it to a motherfucking fellow comedian to forget that shit and slap the dog shit out of a motherfucker who cracked the joke on his wife. Now, I ain't gonna lie. It's always fun and funny to see somebody get the shit slapped out of them when they deserve it. But, Chris Rock didn't deserve that shit. And here's why. Now, the very first thing I'm gonna do is take what I would think in this motherfucking situation and say, after the past few years, I wouldn't have slapped a motherfucking wasp for her ass. All that bullshit her motherfucking ass and did and said, trying to clown the fuck out this nigga, embarrassing the fuck out this nigga week by fucking week. So if I was him, I wouldn't have did a goddamn thing for her ass. And now, let's do the whole reality check thing. Reality check. Comedians in comedy shows are gonna crack jokes on people, especially people sitting in the front row. Sometimes they do shit a little different and get motherfuckers in the back, but for the most part, it's motherfuckers up front, motherfuckers who they can see. So if you are a public figure, jokes are coming your way. Believe me. And for a comedian who came in the fucking early 90s, you would think that his skin was a little thicker than the fuck it was. I'm sure he heard the nigger word. I'm sure he got death threats. He may or may not have actually been into a few physical altercations in his career. That last one, I don't know for sure. But I bet Brad them first two is true. Kept a cool head through all that shit. And didn't even cuss in his music. So if your ass can't take a fucking joke, why the fuck are you in the public? Why are you here? Why are you trying to get awards? Why are you on TV? Why are you doing any of this shit if your ass can't take jokes from the most offensive stand-up comedians? Motherfuckers like Andrew Dice Clay. Dog, this country done got so fucking PC, comedy is fucking dying. I mean, this broad done fucked another nigga, spent 40 days and nights crying about another nigga, went on TV talking about she don't like fucking her nigga. She can do all that to another motherfucker. But she can't take a G.I. Jane joke towards herself. Alopecia. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that shit was deadly or incapacitating. Oh, wait. It ain't? For real? It ain't? Just hair loss? That's it? First of all, motherfucker, how old are you? You gone bald any fucking way. You see this shit right here? Yeah, this happened in my mid-20s. And now I'm in my mid-30s. And then you said it yourself in the motherfucking video showing the world what the fuck is happening in your damn head. Again, if you don't want motherfuckers talking shit about it, or you don't want motherfuckers joking about it, don't make it public. Your ass made it public. And even said you can't do shit but laugh about it. Said you was gonna doll it up and everything. But now somebody like Chris Rock throws a motherfucking G.I. Jane joke at you. Which, by the way, if you look at side-by-side fucking photos, it's pretty fucking funny. And very fucking accurate. In my head, goddammit, Jada, capitalize on this shit. Be the next G.I. Jane. But oh no, you want to get in your motherfucking feelings, and then your man, who was laughing about it at first, might I add, looked over and saw you and was like, ooh, this is a chance to finally get some brownie points from my wife. That's what the fuck he did that shit for. To put a smile on her motherfucking face. He was already smiling. Might I add, don't it seem like bitches just want you to risk losing everything in order to make them happy, while still simultaneously paying for everything? Make that shit make sense. How the fuck I'm gonna pay for a goddamn thing if the only thing that's gonna make you happy is for me to do some shit that might lose my endorsements? Get me locked up if a motherfucker press charges, because it is assault. Ain't no law against jokes, but there is a law against slapping a motherfucker for goddamn cracking one, and I'm fucking up my words here. Let me say that part again, because I fucked it up. There ain't no law for cracking jokes, but there is a law against slapping a motherfucker that cracked one. If I can't beat the shit out of a motherfucker for calling me a nigger, what the fuck makes you think you can slap a motherfucker for calling your wife G.I. Jane? Who she actually looks like. Oh, my bad. Am I cracking too many jokes on her now? Look at my face. I don't give a fuck. Cause yeah, your wife put you through a whole lot of bullshit. But let me tell you something right now with niggas like me. Until you had your wife tell you to go over your friend's house so that she can have another nigga come fuck her, I ain't trying to hear shit. You ain't that hurt, nigga. At least y'all was separated when that motherfucking entanglement shit happened. I was active in my motherfucking marriage when that shit was said to me. So I ain't trying to hear shit about no marital pain. Suck it up, nigga. You chose her. Just like a motherfucker would say to me. Anyway, back to the main topic. You are a fucking comedian your goddamn self. A lot of people are sensitive about their motherfucking weight. But what was one of your favorite jokes to crack on Fresh Prince? I know a few people who don't like being short. What was one of your favorite jokes on Fresh Prince? And I ain't trying to hear none of that you had to do what you had to do shit. If you had the power to get the old Anvib fired, then your ass had the power to change the fucking lines and jokes. And then here's where I see you as a real fucking joke on this topic. After slapping the shit out of a person for cracking a joke, you went on stage talking about how you love people. How can you stress that point after slapping the shit out of one? Now, I'm going to be real enough to say this. You are still a human. Humans have their fucking breaking points. No doubt. But if that's the case, then quit giving motivational speeches. Because when you tell a motherfucker some shit, you're also telling them that you practice 100% of the time exactly what you preach. 100% of the time. So in my world, for you to go back on even one word out of the thousands of words that you put out there, for you to go back on even one, the other 999 are jokes to me. I mean, it ain't like I was listening to your motivational speeches anyway. I'm not one of the motherfuckers on the planet who decided to never ever get pissed off at anything ever again. But in one of your motherfucking motivational videos, you did. And now here you are, pissed off at a motherfucker because of some shit he said. Another thing in your motherfucking motivational videos, don't let words take you out your square, basically. Them ain't the exact words you used, but that's the clause you used. And now here you are, done let some words take you out your fucking square. Don't preach it if you ain't willing to be it at all times. And now for the last bit, Jada, your fucking turn. Because you have been pulling the fucking strings on just about every fucking move he has made since he's been married to you. Or at least since he realized that you didn't appreciate all the things he fucking did for you. I got you in this big ass motherfucking house and you crying about another nigga? You so unhappy in this damn marriage that I paid for. All of my goddamn money is in this shit. And you ain't motherfucking satisfied? I said no deal breakers at all. And you ain't satisfied? Gave you 2 kids. You ain't fucking satisfied? All these movies and shit. Keeping this family afloat. Keeping this family rolling on the same high horse that we've always been rolling on. It's my doing. And you don't appreciate that? You're fortunate, Jada, that this man loves you so damn much that he's willing to look like a goddamn idiot for you. Because let it have been any other nigga, your ass would have been gone in them 40 days and 40 nights. Your ass would have been gone the very first time you even hinted that you liked another nigga more than you liked me. There wouldn't have been no kids. There wouldn't have been no power couple. Had it been any other type of nigga, you'd have been gone long ago. So, can you at the very least appreciate that, Jada Pinkett fucking Smith? You the reason his mind is fucking gone like this. You the reason he fucking snapped like this. You the reason everybody thinks he's a fucking joke. And you the reason Chris Rock just got the soul slapped out of him. All you, Jada. And last thing, I promise this time, and this is for any motherfucking body. If you want to be in the public, you better be able to take some jokes. And if you can't take jokes, quit. There's plenty of motherfuckers who did movies and music that motherfuckers ain't even following no more. Why? Probably because they couldn't take what the fuck it came with. And if you can't, you should do the same goddamn thing. Just go get a regular ass fucking job. Or just stay at home and stare at your fucking toilet. And appreciate the fact that it's thanks to will that you're able to do so.